Hello YouTubers, Joe Cruiser here on October 15th, Wednesday, 2014, about, not quite 2 in the afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time. We finally got this maple tree to sort of turn here all of a sudden here yesterday. It was kind of very lackadaisical and looking all ugly and dirty, greenish, crappy, and now look, it's turning really nice and gold here. So yeah, that's generally always been a pretty tree, but there were about 3 years here after we had a heavy frost that it didn't do very much. And I hate to say it, but I missed magic hour. I missed magic light here just before I came out. I'd had to put a shotgun away, and then I got, oh, there we are. Now you're seeing magic light. Now you're seeing magic light. You know, as near as you can see it on this low contrast video. If this were Kodachrome, you'd really see it, but Kodachrome is now no longer. Very sad. And then you go up here and you've got these guys up here, you know, in the now dogless yard, or behind, just past the dogless yard. So, got a little fall. I've been indulging my space junkie preferences here today, watching the U.S. spacewalk. That's sort of what I've been flicking around with most of the day today. Hello YouTubers. Joe Cruiser here on Thursday. October 16th. Apparently it's the release date of OS X 10.10. Yosemite, which I have not downloaded yet, and I don't think I'm going to for a while till I sort of see how that works out. I'm very happy with how my Mavericks 10.9.5 is working. Paul's owner's manual for his truck is either a CD-ROM or a DVD-ROM. And he doesn't have a disk drive on his machine, and I don't either. But I have a USB super drive, and I said, well, I'll figure out how to get this manual in your machine today while you're at work. I said, okay. And with my David Pogue Mavericks, the missing manual book in hand, I duly gave it a good stab, and eventually, after 2.5 hours, I finally got the thing into his machine. But it was, for me, quite a bit of an adventure, which is good because I've got a piece of software for a slide scanner that I have that I'd like to use it rather than the software I'm using with it now. And so that taught me how to do this. So some good came of this. Boy, I'll tell you, 6 or 8 months ago, I would have been I've been up the wall, trying to do this stuff. So anyway, you know, welcome to technology, huh? Well, I'm going down to get the mail, as you may have gathered. I just saw the mail truck pull up here. I was on the back deck, and oh, it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful around here. We're starting to get to the peak of our particular season down here. Although this hasn't been an especially colorful year, you know, by some standards. Although over at, you know, Liz and Henry always have very spectacular stuff here. You know, you've got these guys over here, you know, and then you've got this stuff over here. Oh yeah, they've always had a far, you know, more spectacular color thing than we do. Although our fence line's pretty good, although it's not as good as it usually has been in years past. So let's see what's happened here in the mailbox. Oh, it's a fairly quiet day today when you get right down to it. Let's see. You see some odd acorns in there. Well, you really can't see them, but trust me, there's some odd acorns in there. There's some bites in them. So there's been a critter in there who's been taking his lunch in my mailbox. I'm seeing something that looks very dreaded here. Oh my! It's it's registered mail. Well, I'll have to figure out some way to deal with this. That probably may be the notification of actually not certified mail, registered mail. It says large envelope. All right. But I have a feeling this is going to be the eminent domain thing about the corner property. Not certified, so I mean this is like the big deal of it, the registered. So, well, normally that strikes fear in anybody's heart, particularly a physician, but. I'm more or less out of that racket and have been for past the statute of limitations on civil lawsuits. I'm gonna say here that's we'll just have to see how that works out. Yeah, it's pretty, no question about it. There's a sycamore up there. Walnuts down there by the creek. This maple tree here, which is finally decided to turn colorful after several years of being in quiescence. Well, enough of that. I got this registered letter scheduled for redelivery tomorrow. Told them they had to come up and bang on the door because the doorbell doesn't work. Well, very occasionally it works. They said they tried to deliver it. I doubt seriously they did, because I didn't see any tire tracks in the driveway. So I think they were blowing some blue smoke up my behind, or my fundament on that one. It's not the first or the last time the government's going to do that to me. If it's what I think it is, it's going to be a big package of materials that include preliminary plans for this, and where they're going to take ground and things. And it may include a preliminary offer on the place, which will be open for negotiation for a while. Which means I'm really going to have to hire an attorney to negotiate for me. Ideally one that's familiar with the machinations of Delaware County stuff. And I already have a couple names, so that's, when all's said and done, by the end of the day, this is going to be about a $10,000 hit. All I do is I pray to God they don't want to take the entire place. That I will have no choice but to fight. If they've actually offered me a reasonable amount for what they want, just to save myself a lot of grief, I might just agree to it. But I'm not going to agree to it without legal advice. Going to be a lot of extra Indorol consumed here in the next few months. I can sense that. Thank the good Lord for propranolol. Well, that's it then. Okay. Ain't it pretty? I'm kind of a Johnny One Note about that this time of year. Bye-bye, YouTubers.